Perfect. Ah, you rat. That's sick. That sounds so nice. Splash. I missed, that's why. Well, missed on purpose, but. Echiel. I'm just goated. What's your next look? Easy. I'll get a painted one. Easy. Yeah. People mostly want credits for them. You have to either get from create blueprints or trade for it. Look at my ping, dude. Look at my ping, dude. You got the thing that I've been looking for. Ain't running around for so long. Now I got you, I won't let you go. You got the thing. Yeah, and you still got 3 out. No? Running. Let's go. Let's go, don't go, don't go. Oh. How nice does that sound? I'm flying all over the place. Boys and girls and laddie-dees, laddie-dads, laddie-sees. What the hell? I've just been lagged all over the place. Only got alive, bummer, big bummer time. Funny, I'm getting funny, you know, the people will always run. Now, so take a flight, read a right, roll, but we stop it up a fucking fun, and we don't know me fucking walk.
That's our trip to the yak phone, Skype now, leaning, taking the dog. Every folks boys, what they say, Mills and Motion, our fucking bar. Ellen, pal, we are bike, it's on your phone, you're already tired. That's his back, it's fucking time, cause after that, well, keep those playing. Yeah, tell me, no, it's just so good, so good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Dance, basic, make that on the spot. You go flip, I let it clap. We're the voice of the AT, Keelan's boss, get an STD.
You listen. Wow, lagging all over the place here, man. I'm literally lagging. Let's go to player. Can't see it. Think I can fly. Think
No, you're not.
I can fly when I'm with you. My arms are wide.
No, no.
Fire as the wind blows. I'm very rich enough for pride. I see $1 billion in your eyes. Even if we're strangers till we die.
Oh, the plays! Oh my god, that was clean. Oh, that's a ground pincher. Ha. You can't even save that. No, literally, that is that good. You literally can't save it. Not ever. Woo! Missed. That literally dog water, dude. So free. Ha! You're right. Proper nice ball. Lovely, 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 lovely. Ah, tried to redirect it. Oh, I missed. No, never. Ha! Ta-da, sunshine. Oh, you rat! Oh, you respawn so quick. Get her out! I'm on live telly. Give me one moment. Hi. First, let me change my tunes, lad. Never mind, squad. Let me do that. Never mind. Double one. You're never gonna score that, lad. Control the virus. Imagine for 10 owed you. Oh, no, you scored, you scored, you scored, you scored, you scored, you scored. Oh, wait, faked? You don't know what faked means? He's go, ha! Faked! Ha! Lol! Oh my. Oh! You're pushing my buttons. Nice goal. I went 10-0. Oh yes, what a tune.
I tell a nigga don't dick.
Right when you just don't think about, when you just don't think about it all. Pain goes right when you just don't think about, when you just don't think about it. Pain goes right when you just don't think about, when you just don't think about it. Oh.
Just don't think about when you just don't think about it.
Whoops, some of daisies. I'll blow your arsehole up. Blow it up like a balloon through your ring piece. Go.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, thanks. Oh, I was gonna try to do the thing, play them. The bump play. Wow. Maybe a rat. You move? Ah, no! You pushed me. Just don't think about when you just don't think about it. Oh. Imagine that's gone. No. Whee! What a shot! I didn't think that was gone in actually. I just breezy without the ball. Let me do the double bounce. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. Alright, don't go. See, you're not gonna score. Do you? Whatever. It's 40, you know. Oh, it feels bad now. Oopsies. Spotlight, moonlight. What are you gonna do, shorty? Little legs.
See, that's not even it. I hate this game.
Sorry.
I never play it.
Move to daisies. Uh-oh. Got you. Oh, Christ. Oh, I think it's got an aerial redirect. What are you doing? You said you could touch my music. Are you messing me? Ew, you think I pull, my friend? I just ghosted it, even though I missed the open goal. Thank you. You stinking sausage rolls, mate. Like sausage rolls, don't you? Oh, Luke, that bot just scored. Wow. Yeah, no. No, the bot did. Don't thought I kick your Peggy's in you, shorty. Short horse. Biggie Small. When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
Sounds like funeral music.
When you
Get what I want, but not what you need.
When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep.
96 wins.
Stuck in rivers, and the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide you home, and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. I'm high up above or down below. When you're too loved to let it
away, close the door, innit? I don't care what you want to do. Go away. Don't you dare tell me no. Get out now. Get out. Don't leave. Shut up, Nathan. Nathan's a rat. Lives in bins. Getting 5-2 the other boys. Goal items are weird. No. Go in now. Get out! Don't you dare tell me no.
Guys, my drink.
No? Do it on yourself.
I can't.
Ask that then.
No.
I'm not doing one. Scruff. What? Oh, what the hell is my teammate doing? Is absolutely garbage at this game. And he wants a freaking goal explosion, a little bothead. Move, you scruff. Splash. Splash. No way I make a comeback from this. That's the freaking luckiest thing I've seen. Ah! Yeah. Huh? Why me? Yeah. Make him a drink though. Oh.
Dad! Nick, you just call Lewis at TTP8FTAIV.
Oh, I need to show you something. After that, come in my room.
I can get wide drum vision. What?
Wait, is it out?
No, I can get it. Kid wants 4.3k for them. Go away.
Where's Lewis?
Go away. Don't you dare. Get out.
Oh no!
Don't, Nathan.
I found in my drink.
It's not in here, it's on the stairs.
No! Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God, how did he miss? How did he miss? Nice, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Set me up. So good. Oh my God, you're so good. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. Nice. That's Alfie. This is it, Carly. Is it? What is it? Kid? No. Is it your teammate? Yeah. Hey, what's your name? Oh.
Oh,
Cristiano's.
I know.
Cristiano, I actually did.
How?
Because, sorry, this kid, 2 wheels.
What wheels, really?
What? I can't remember. Wait, no, I gave, yeah, I gave him a goal explosion, and he gave me another goal explosion as well. He's a good trader.
Invite me in, zeg.
He's nice as well. Hey, I'll invite you to the party, sir. Nice, nice. Oh, nice. Oh. Oh,
One sec, Luke.
Uh,
Let me just finish this game.
hey, you go. Try and hit it. Right, please. Nice. Oh! Ah. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, no. These kids are sneaky. In a bit, please. Get sent. No! Nice. Oh! That was nice up in the air. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. My bad. Hey, I'm gonna try to rush this. Even though I can't rush this anyway. That was kind of a rusty. Oh! Oh my! Nice. I had zero boosters up. What? Just faked them. Ha! I had zero boost. Watch it when I have 100 boosts. Oh nice. Try and hit the right place.
honestly, I'd love to do that. My teacher's living and my mother these days.
What?
The teacher's around my mum again, you know.
Why?
Because I haven't done work.
Well then.
Yeah. I left my laptop in the house. I'm a kid. Turn of the night. John.
I'm watching him.
No, you're not. Get out. Don't, Nathan.
Can you do one card, please? No, please. Oh yeah, to go. That's easy.
Get out, Nathan.
I have. There you go. Like the same red, like pretty white. These two. Oh yeah, you know. Yes, I'm making your caution. Yes, these two. These ones. Want them?
Josh said you coming out. Josh said you coming out. He said you.
Josh, wait, what?
Invite me.
Josh, join that party.
Go on.
Josh, join the PS party.
Okay.
And
Freaking hell.
the Rocket League one.
I am. TL gives 2 minutes.
Hey, this is-
Retard.
Josh, look. These two actually have crystal ones.
Cool, I've had them for ages.
What?
Cool, I've had them for ages. Get out, Nathan.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Put them
No, you're true. Get out, put a wig in, you rat. Get out. I'll punch your head in. Get out. They're gonna get out.
I don't know.
Come in here. Up. Out. Out. Why are them? Leave it. Wow. Right there. Let me stop my crate. Another nuts and bolts gone. How did you get them? Which car? What car are we on about? Oh, Takumi? Nice. What? We're trading a minute. We are trading a minute.
Josh, invite everyone on your friends list, please. I'm trade with every single one. Let's go, 200. So don't invite to trade, give me something decent, please. Thank you. Off now, man.
Pardon. 5k now because we've pulled that off pass. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Is there any stuff that you don't want that I can trade for? Like cheapish stuff? No. There's that receiver. I have finished waiting on having it. Well, you can trade for it if you want. Lou, you can trade for Fennec if you want. Well, you can try. Mm-hmm. So you can trade for it. Yeah. Polysoft. I don't like it. I don't. It's ugly as. No, it's alright. Like not worth 2.2k creds. I just got pop 3 black markets. Do black markets and a dominus. Might do. I got some new cards for it, I don't know where they are. Yeah. There it is. What do you mean? Hombre. Can't want me to sell back.
Ryan!
Boom. Ah, crap. Right there, 1 minute.
You're not getting Fenix, kids. Like, you're never gonna get it, probably, kid. Hey, say no if you had.
What drink you trading on? Yes, man.
Thanks, mate. Kieran.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Kieran. James.
Ding.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, James. Betsy. I've seen Betsy come in. I've not seen Dylan either. Dylan, are you here?
Dylan, you're right.
No. Grace.
No.
Grace Holmes.
I
Can you
give
hear
you
me okay?
that. Who's that?
Just having connection issues.
And
Maya.
Bah.
Afternoon, Maya. Josh.
Empty Phoenix. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Josh. Lily.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ha.
Good afternoon, Lily. Tia.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon,
Phoenix.
Tia.
No.
Joe.
Well, I'm not trading with it ever again.
Yes,
I
sir.
want my John Ripper.
Afternoon, Joe. Joe Morrison. Not seeing him come in. Sean O'Connor.
Look, can I show you something mad?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Sean. Hallie.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Hallie. James Panzerio.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, James. James Price.
Yes, sir.
He didn't go away, mommy.
That's it,
Listen.
James.
High up at
Come on.
it.
Tom Siri.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Tom. Madison.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Madison and Gracie.
Get out now.
Yes, sir.
He can get out.
Good afternoon, Gracie. Guys, I'm going to ask you to use the chat. What I mean by that. Okay, otherwise I'll just turn it off. And I'd rather you have the opportunity to ask questions and answer questions there. Okay. Grace, I'll mark you in. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, you should all have a pen and paper, something to write with. Okay, and you should all be able to see my screen, and you should be able to see this big thing next to my head that's talking about the topic that you're learning. So we've moved on. We've just done some chemistry, guys, and some fundamental chemistry. We were looking at the structure of atoms. We were looking at the periodic table. We were looking at electronic configuration. And now we're making a big jump over, and we're looking at biology instead of chemistry. And biology is the study of living things. And particularly, we're starting to think about, well, how do things grow? So last lesson that you had, you looked at something called mitosis.
Okay.
Mitosis is about how cells make copies of themselves to make more cells. And that's something that's necessary for us to grow. And today we're going to be thinking about growth a little bit more. We're going to be thinking about what else is necessary for us to grow and what's involved in this process. So, what we're going to be learning about today. We're going to be looking at a definition for growth, and we're going to look at a scientific definition. We're going to be looking at specialized cells.
Lol.
We're going to be able to describe how the structure of specialized
out.
cells is related to their function.
Out,
So
pass it,
what
go
is
away.
the job of these cells, and how are they built differently to help them do the job well? We're going to be able to explain why cell differentiation is important. We'll learn about what that word means. And we're also going to look at something called percentile growth curves.
Let's go
Have a
polypop.
look at how we interpret the growth in children.
Kids got
See,
polypop.
it all links to this idea of the life process of growth. It's something that all living things do. All living things grow. So the first question I have for you, and I don't mind if you write your answers to this in the first instance, but then I'd like either answers in the chat, please, or you can unmute yourselves and say if you raise your hand first. I'm going to say, what is growth? How might we define growth using scientific keywords? That's the first question for you guys. Okay, well, this lesson in terms of my teaching bit is not going to last for 100 minutes, but I will be staying on to answer any questions that people might have. Okay? So, either in the chat, guys, or if you want, feeling brave and going to unmute yourself and say, what is growth? How might we define growth using scientific keywords?
The cloning of cells.
Something getting taller, that's definitely an example of...
That's me.
Really. Thank you for that answer.
Splash.
Progression, that's a good idea, Sean. Getting older, so we do get older as we grow. Duplication of particles.
Cells.
Joe, you're thinking along the right line, and I see you try to use the scientific keywords there, which is great. Like this idea of duplication. Particles is not quite the right idea, but what are we made of?
cells.
What are we made of, guys? We're made of cells. Well done, Grace.
What are you trading with?
Okay, well, good answer there. With body ages and begins growing taller.
What are you trading?
Hallie, we are
What
made of
are you
atoms, but
trading?
our atoms make up cells. Ella, you're back
What are
in
you
front
trading?
there. If we look at our scientific definition for growth, we say that growth is an increase in the number of cells in an organism. So growth is defined by just making more cells. And we looked at that process, or you looked at that process in the last lesson. It's something called mitosis, where a cell makes copies of itself.
Oh, I don't know how breezy.
Growth can be defined, the definition that we use in science is we say, well, as an organism is growing, it's making more cells, and that's what causes it to grow. It's what causes it to get bigger.
If you want credits, invite me.
And it's really good to think about this, guys. Think about going all the way back to when you were made up
Oh,
of
you
just
want
2
credits?
cells only. You were made up of a sperm cell and an egg cell, and you only had 2 cells. Now you have billions of cells in your body. Well, how did that happen? Those cells made copies of themselves, they made more cells, and you grew.
What did I pen? Cancel it.
Nobody in here is the same size they were when they were 1 or 2 years old, and that would be a little bit strange if they were. So how did you grow? Well, you made more cells. And even as we speak, some of your cells are dying, and many of your cells are making new cells. Talking about hundreds of thousands of cells in your body are being made right now as we speak. By the time this lesson finishes, you'll be close to millions of cells. May you start life as 2 cells.
I know,
a
yeah.
sperm cell and an egg
That
cell.
kid wanted it.
And
It's like
those
a car.
cells divide and they make more copies.
I don't like it, mate. I only like
cells
Fennec and Octane.
process.
Fennec, Octane and Dominus.
So I think we should all have that.
Or
definition
Breakouts.
now.
Kinda Breakouts. I prefer Dominus or Octane
And
or
we might think about,
Breakouts.
well, how might we measure the growth? And this is really important, because how do we show that something's growing?
Mr. Uzi Vert.
Make all these different measurements. So I'd like to just write down these couple of measurements here, and think, can you think of any more measurements that we could use to show the growth of an organism? Cells, and we'll have a look at this today. These cells have different jobs, and we call those specialized cells. And we'll have a look at that in a little bit closer detail today. So cells often start off
Oh, I nearly breezy.
when you're being born, when you're growing as an embryo inside your mom, and then those
What
cells
on?
become specialized, so they gain special features that allow them to do specific jobs. So we'll have a look at that in a little bit more detail in this lesson.
Oh, yeah.
So we can measure the tall they are, measure their mass.
Hold on. No, what? Stop it. Which one? Alright. Go on there.
Josh, come here. Then, just repeat that.
Alright.
Yeah, you are right.
What's extra?
Mate, you're absolutely right. We can measure the size of their feet.
Luke, give me some free
We
stuff.
do in hospitals when we're looking at the growth of babies. We'll measure how long their feet are. James Farrell, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we can measure the size of their hands. Faith, you spot on there. We can measure the size of their head, or what we call the circumference of the head, which is how it's a distance.
The circumference here is. Haha.
The circumference is the distance around the head. So,
Oh,
you
it's
might see
breezy.
babies have a tape measure placed around their head, and that's because we're measuring something called the circumference, which is the outer edge and how wide it is. So we've got head circumference, foot size. There's all sorts of ways that we can measure growth. Okay, here's a question for you. How do we know if a baby is developing healthily? So we know that all babies are growing, but how do we know that they're growing at the right rate? How might doctors want to say, look at a baby and say, well, your baby's growing in a healthy way? What might they do?
I know, he was trying to do that for me. He does put Polypop eventually.
I'm giving you a bit of a clue here on the right.
Splash.
Might check the blood pressure. It's something we do to check that things are normal. Yeah, Maya, you're absolutely right. We're checking the measurements of the body and making sure that their body is normal. Lily, we'll check the heart rate, but that's more to do with their general health than whether or not they're developing, whether they're growing. Maya's closest to the money here with this idea that we're measuring.
Look, give me great octane. I'll scam this kid for Polypop.
Are normal. Can anyone guess? I wouldn't expect you to know this, but I wonder if some of you do have younger siblings, you might.
Not the kid who's in the bars though.
Does anyone know what this
like that.
graph on the right is called?
Yeah, no.
Oh, this picture of a graph just here. Does anyone know what this is called? Okay.
Mr. Uzi Vert.
This graph is called a percentile growth chart, and it can look really tricky at first, but if you just sit with it for a second, and I hope you can all see this clearly, they'll begin to make a bit more sense. So, we're going to be checking the measurements of the body as they grow. So, on the bottom here, on the bottom axis, I've got the age.
Ah, where's my phone going? Zo'n bus naar terug.
As
Oh,
baby
it's look.
ages, as time goes on, we're going to make a measurement each across on this graph. The black line in the middle is a measurement that's been made. And in this case, we're measuring the mass, so we're measuring how heavy the baby is. So if you have a younger sibling that's born as a newborn baby, you'll have to take that baby to the hospital every couple of weeks. They'll get weighed, and the doctors will record that on a birth. So we've got age on the bottom, mass on the y-axis, and as the baby ages, gets older,
Get out! Get out! Get out!
The heavier you are. Okay. So then the question is, we've got this graph here, and this might be a graph for an actual baby. How do you then know from this graph that this baby is healthy? How can you tell that this baby is healthy, that he's growing at a normal rate? He's not underweight, he's not overweight. How do you know? And look carefully at the graph. There's some extra information. The middle numbers. You're right, Maya. Hi Tess, better late than never. So if you look on the right hand side, you can see I've got all these numbers. I've got to go from 99.6, 98th, 91st, 75th, 50th, 25th, 9th, 2nd, 0.4th. And notice that they've all got letters after them. So not just 91, it's 91st. And these are what we call percentiles, and each one of those. Good afternoon, Betsy. Thank you for joining us. Okay. You can see that each of these is attached to a line. Yeah. So if you look, we've got these dotted lines and these straight lines, and this is comparing this baby to all the other babies over time. So if we look at the 50th line, and if we see this line goes right down the middle, this dotted line. This 50th line says that 50% of babies will be above this line in terms of weight, and 50% of babies will be below this line in terms of weight. So if we measured the baby and they were on the 50th percentile, we'd say they're right in the middle of the average. They're the average weight for any baby that's born. And similarly, if I was in the 91st percentile, that means that 91% of all other babies would weigh way less than me, and only 9% of babies weigh more than me. What percentiles do you think tell us that there's a problem with a baby's development? What percentile, and that's these numbers on the right, might indicate that there's a problem with the development of a baby? Do you think it would be the 75th percentile? Do you think it would be in the 98th percentile? Maybe in the 2nd or 0.4? Yeah, Lily, you're right. So if a baby was in the 0.4th percentile? What might that tell you about a baby? Yes, Sean, they're underdeveloped, they're underweight. And what might that tell me? What might I then think, oh,
Genuine
this is something
mood.
that we should do if I've got a baby that's underweight? Yeah, good job, Faith. .6% of babies have a mass below, and it's easy to think about it in terms of what's below it. So 75%, if you're on that line, then you can say that 75% of babies weigh less than you. If you're on a 25th% line, you say that 25% of babies have a mass below you. So we use these percentile growth curves, and I would write down this word in your notes.
Can you show off, please, like all the wheels and toppers,
So we
please?
use percentile growth curves to show whether a baby is developing.
Can I see your wheels and your toppers,
Gabriel,
please?
that's a real
And
good idea.
boosts.
If a baby is on a
Thank you.
99.6% or on the 0.4%, if they're at either of the extremes, a very high percent or a very low percent, it's usually a sign that there's something wrong.
Alright.
And that baby could very well be taken to hospital so they can figure out what is going wrong. And that could very well be something to do with their genetics, with their genes. Some good thinking there, Gabriel. You got your biology hat on.
Oh, my cousin's name's Moneymaker too. And Tim's is Excellent Money.
So I'll give you a few minutes just to note this
That's so
down.
much stuff.
These are called percentile growth curves, and we use
Half
them to measure whether a baby is developing healthily or not. I'll write that in the chat.
Oh my, you have loads. Can I see the rest of them, please?
That's okay, Betsy. At least you're here now. You will go over some of this stuff again today in today's lesson. So, Hallie, I just want you to write down the name of these charts. We call them percentile growth curves. And I want you to write that they're used to measure whether...
Ooh. Them R51s are kinda nice.
We'll give it maybe 30 seconds and then we'll move on.
Yes, please.
Hallie, I just want you to write the title here.
What do you want for them? Alright, do you like any of them?
Okay, I think we're ready to move on.
I can show them on a car if you want.
Okay, so we come up with this idea that we're made up of cells, and I know for a fact that you know some names of different kinds of cells. So, in the chat, if you want to write them down on your page first, let's see how many different types of cells we can name as a group. So what do we know?
I can show you some. I can show you the wheels on the car if you want.
If you're feeling really smart today, you might want to try and draw a sketch of them. You might write down some facts about them if you know any. Lily, got ourselves to a good start there. Yeah, skin cells, nerve cells. Ella said, Gracie said red blood cells. Absolutely. We're going to look at all of these today.
Do you want the black or cobalt?
We've got white blood cells. Well done, Lily.
Right.
You're on a roll there. We've got sperm cells, Bone cells, plant cells, brain cells, blood cells, white blood cells. Gabriel, excellent work. Egg cell, well done, Tia. Muscle cell, well done, Ella. You'll look at loads of these examples.
There's a lot about cells.
Yeah, we do
Thank
have
you.
cells, nerve cells. Yeah.
Oh, they're clean.
What's he doing?
So, and here's a definition for you, and I don't want to write this full
Yeah.
thing. I just
Got
want to
them
write this
wheels.
top bit. That we have all these cells
Go
that
away
we
now.
just said. We call them specialized cells. They're specialized. What that means is that they have a
Do you
very
not like closing my door
specific
properly?
function or a very specific job, and they also have specific adaptations for that job. So the most obvious one, for example, would be a sperm cell. The sperm cell has to swim to the egg cell. That's its job. How is it adapted for its job? Well, it's got a tail that helps it swim, and some other adaptations that we're going to look at in a minute. So we say that these specialized cells are made through a process called differentiation. And if you look closely at that word, you can see inside of that word is the word different. And that's because these cells are being made different to each other. So a red blood cell is different to a sperm cell, it's different to a nerve cell, egg cell.
General, I was
These
getting
cells
bored
are being
listening
made
to him.
different, and we call the
General, I was
process
getting
by
bored
which
listening
a
to
cell
this.
is made different differentiation.
Yeah, just meet the fella, meet your teacher.
Can't.
So we're just writing this top bit here. The specialized
Can't,
cells
'cause
are made
he's
through
the
a
owner
process
of it.
called differentiation.
My teacher's
And then you might want to make a note that that means that they have a specific function and a specific adaptations for that function. And I'm going to ask you at this point, guys, to do a bit of an attention check. Thank you
Okay.
for those of you who do have your cameras on. It makes a huge difference to be able to see that you're engaged, and I really appreciate it.
Not sure.
And those of you who aren't, I'm just going to ask, when you've finished writing here, if you just click the raise hand button, and then I can get an idea of when we're going to move on. Well done, Sean. Well done, Ella. Well done, James. Well done, Tia. Well done, Josh. Lots of us nearly ready to go here.
Go away.
He's just been saying Josh.
I know. Go away.
What did he say?
Just go away. Do I do it 2v1?
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it 2v1. My pass leader. Oh no. Lou, make me pass leader, please.
Tom, you still here? Kieran, you still here? Tess, you still here?
Wait, what? I'm not passing either.
Alright.
Thanks, Kieran. Thanks, Tess. Okay, I think that's
Make me
nearly
pass leader,
everybody,
please, then.
and we'll move on. Okay,
What's
do
that
you wanna
paint
put
you're
this
using
on
then?
for me, guys? Okay. So, how do we think about
Metallic pearl.
differentiated cells?
Not
How
sure
do
if
we
I
think
got
about
that.
these different types of cells?
Metallic
Well,
pearl
I
smooth.
like to think of it like a car. I'm thinking about
Could
a car.
I try it?
And we could say that nearly every bit of a car is made out of metal, right? So we start with a block
No.
of metal. A block of metal doesn't have a specific job. There's
Go on,
nothing
put it.
particularly special about it. It's just a block of metal, and that's what we think of as an unspecialized
You
cell.
get that.
Hasn't got a specific job.
Make me pass
Hasn't
leader,
got
please. Then.
functions to do. It doesn't do any
Yeah.
specific function. There's nothing about it that makes it special. But what we can do with that block of
Ah,
metal is we can make it into all sorts
It's alright,
of different
it's alright,
car
it's a private
parts. We
match.
can make it into wheels, we can make it
It's
into
a
parts of the
2v1.
engine, the exhaust, the body of the car, and
Well,
all those
2v2,
parts
but used to on the same team.
and they do different jobs. So we'd say that car parts are like a specialized cell. So our blood cells, our nerve cells, our skin cells,
Yeah.
they're all different from each other because they've all got different jobs.
Eyes.
Just like the wheels
as cracked
of
as
the
me.
car and the exhaust of the car and the body of the car have different jobs to do.
No.
These specialized
You
cells,
just go green.
put them all together, they make up the car, like our cells make up our body. This is just a way of thinking about
green.
how we can think about differentiation and what that means.
Yeah,
It's a 2v1.
I
Okay,
said that.
next thing we're doing, guys, is we're going to do some speed notes. So I hope you're ready, I hope you're feeling awake. And we're going to see how fast can you make your notes here.
Oh no,
And
too
the
high.
reason we do this sometimes is you need to get a lot of information down quickly, and the best way to do this is to focus on what is the key information?
Oh, I missed, no way.
The most important points that I need to write down. Not every sentence.
Unlucky.
And you actually don't need to write in full sentences if you get into the habit of making good notes. Because what you can do is you can write down a couple of words that have the key information, and that's going to jog your memory, and you're going to remember the rest. So you're not trying to write everything out. You're trying to give yourself things that are going to spark your memory on. So we're going to see how quickly we can do this. And we're going to have a bit of a race. So we're going to use the raise hands button. So if you can all
Oh no, you just scored.
for now. And we're going to go through these slides.
Oh.
So raise your hands when you finish making your notes on each slide. So we're going to look at different types of specialised cells. I don't want you writing word for word everything. I'll give you a bit of guidance. What are the important words that I want you to get down? The important ideas.
Oh, I imagine.
So, we'll start with red blood cells. They carry oxygen around the body. Now, I think you know that it goes around the body, so you might just say carry oxygen. And they were adapted to carry oxygen because they have a large surface area for oxygen to pass through. Now, I think you can get away with just writing large surface area there. That would be
Moneymaker.
They have no nucleus, so there's more room for red hemoglobin molecules. And the hemoglobin carries the oxygen. So how would I do my speed notes here? I would say red blood cells, they carry oxygen, large surface area, no nucleus, lots of hemoglobin.
Probably one because I'm absolutely gutted.
Well done, Joe, good speeding. Well done, Gabriel, Ella.
Ah, nice. Ah, come on.
Getting the hang of this, guys, from the looks of things. So remember, we're not just copying off the screen, we're not writing everything out, just the key information. So red blood cells, you might have they carry oxygen, got a large surface area for that oxygen, no nucleus, lots of hemoglobin. Ali,
Oh,
so
no.
if you're on your phone, you might need to turn it on its side and make sure that I'm pinned.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know, so nice.
Okay, hands down for me, please, guys.
Can't remember, I've done a kick-off like that. It's called counting.
Hands down, everybody.
Oh, nice. Oof, close.
Okay, ready for the next one? Next one we're going to look at is
Steady.
egg cells. Dead simple. Female sex cells. And then
Oh,
very
no,
large,
gone too
they're actually
fast.
The largest cell in the human body, or in the female body, because males don't have egg cells, and they have a lot of cytoplasm. So, not a lot for your notes here. Egg cells are very large. Female sex cells, lots of cytoplasm. Sean, really speedy there. Good to see. Joe, well
He's
done.
nice.
Grace, Faith, excellent. Josh, well done. James, well done. Kieran, well done. About 10 seconds, and then we move on.
Ah.
Okay. Next we have sperm cells. They're the male sex cell. They have tails, they're streamlined to swim towards the egg cell. They've got an acrosome with enzymes in it to break through the outer coat of the egg, and they have lots of mitochondria for energy. There's a lot to get there. Can you cut that down? Can you condense that?
Wow. That's
You
in.
might say they have tails, you might
Nice.
say streamlined, you might say acrosome.
Ah,
is
that's
what
too
we call
long.
the head bit of
That's
the
tough.
sperm cell, and it has enzymes in it to break through the egg. Lots of mitochondria for energy.
Ah, it's so lucky. He missed. Ah.
Joe, Gabriel, that was exceptionally quick there.
Ah.
James, well done. Well done,
Hi,
Betsy.
yeah, I'll try and Steady. Ah, no! Oh, I argue
Well done,
it.
guys, very impressed. And again, thank you to those of you who sat with your cameras on. It does make a difference to me, and I do really appreciate it.
Ah.
Okay, your hands can go down. We're going to move on to the next slide.
No, stop.
Next cell we
Yes!
look at are nerve cells. they carry electrical impulses around the body, and the adaptation for their function, so the function is they've got to send signals around the body, their adaptation is the very long,
unlucky.
the longest cells we have. To stretch for
Mr. Uzi Vert. Oh no, I'm terrible.
And think about why you've got to send signals
I know,
all the way
I was
from our
joking.
brains all the way down to your pinky toes.
Yeah, obviously.
Gabriel, smashing work, well done.
Trade for my own though. Don't be pestering your mate for it. Free cash.
Just gonna give you 10 more seconds.
Ah, nice.
Okay, next one. Next
Those two
one,
are not hitting that, yeah.
ciliated cells, and these are found in the nose and they're found in the
Said
throat.
you're not hitting that.
And they've got these little hairs on them, and these hairs wiggle and
Oh,
they push
no.
things around so they can move dirt.
Little rat.
mucus,
No,
and if you feel smart,
Ah.
you can tell me in the chat what do I mean by mucus, what's another word we might
Wait, what?
mucus by. Yellow.
You both got the same one and you're asking to trade for it. You big fat
And these
dude.
little ciliated cells, cilia is just a name for the hairs on the end of them. They move snot and mucus out of your throat.
Oh. Ha. Need to go there, so I'm not so. Bloop. Splash. Watch me stand up and just go on next game.
Okay, can you put your hands down and move on to the next one?
Oh no, I just lagged all over the place. I lagged away from it, I'm not even messing with you.
And James is still with us. Hands down for me, please, guys. Okay, super. Next one, fat cells.
Oh, I was doing that lesson, you little rat.
These are, unsurprisingly, what makes us fat. So we store energy, so that's the main idea. Because in the cytoplasm of these cells, it's filled with large fat droplets.
Look at me pink.
Droplets in the cytoplasm, and it's stored.
No, messing when I said I was lagging.
Fat is a way of storing energy. So that's their main job. Excellent, I can see a few people finished already. Really good job.
Are you messing?
Well done, Gracie.
It's after.
Well done, James.
Because I'm just better than me.
Okay, hands down. I think this might be the last one, or it's either one or two more.
Money.
Just wait for hands to go down. Thank you. Okay. Finally, we have muscle
nice.
cells. And muscle cells are really interesting. They've got these special, what we call contractile proteins, which means they can shorten
I love that.
Shorten something. It's not like a phone contract, that's a different type of contract. When muscle cells contract, they get shorter, so they can stretch, so they can get longer, and they can contract, it means they get shorter, and that's what actually allows our muscle cells to move. So that's their function, is to stretch and to contract. And their adaptation here is they've got these special contractile.
I'm bouncing all over the place. Where's your corner? I'll turn your bike corner. Right. Sunday, me weatherman come to fingers, sugar and tea. And you take a leave and go. I might get 20x
Okay,
actually.
well done, everybody.
Do you reckon I get 20x actually? Or
Here are
block
all
one?
sorts of different cells. We've looked at some of these.
Invite me to that trade though, I want to try and trade for the Llama thing.
Example on here, we've got 2 plant
Yeah.
cells, and we've got palisade cells, and they contain chloroplasts, and they help plants to make food. And you've got the root hair cells with this big long hair coming off them.
Oh, what a goal.
To absorb water. So even plants have specialised cells. These are cells with a different job to provide a different function. And we call this process of making specialised cells, we call that differentiation. And that'll become really important when you look at, in a future lesson, you're going to look at unspecialised cells, and they are called stem cells. You might have heard that word used before. What is a stem cell? Well, a stem cell is a cell that hasn't differentiated yet. It's not got its special job. It's got the potential to be turned into any other type of cell. Kind of like you guys in school. You don't have a specific job yet. You've got the potential to do all sorts of different kinds of jobs.
Oh,
At some
nice.
point you are going to differentiate. You're going to come up with your own specific job. Okay, guys, it wouldn't be a science lesson if we didn't have a Kahoot.
Ah, you
So
nah.
I'm going to give you a minute to either get your phone out or to open up another tab. I'll put the game pin in the chat, and I'll also start sharing my screen now. So we're going to see how much of today you can remember. Of course, you can have your notes in front of you to help you out. So game pin is in the chat now. I'm going to present my screen. No, Maya, I want you to use your own names, please, for my records. Yeah, Josh, it's important. It's my way of seeing if we've got some understanding of the stuff that we've gone over today. That's really excellent work, Gabriel. Well done. I'm really impressed. Hallie, the pin is in the chat, and it's also on my screen. The pin is 726-0489.
First to 10.
0489. Got about half of us in now. Okay, Lily, you're gonna have to run. Really important, guys, to make sure you have your stuff charged before the lesson. You know you're going to be having a live lesson, make sure that you've charged your phone or your laptop or whatever it is that you're using.
Ah. Oh. Sad, there's literally nothing you could do about that. That was tough.
For a couple more people to join. Should have 22 by my reckoning.
Okay, wait 1 sec please, I just need to do something from the lesson real
I'm
quick.
just going to ask you try your best to get on with us where you can. So the game pin stays up as we're playing through, so if you have connection issues, you're just going to have to do your best. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. If not, you can stay in this call. I'll read through the questions, and you can at least listen to the answer. Okay, let's have a look. How many we've got? 16. Still a few people who are missing.
726.
We'll make a start in just a minute.
Beautiful, isn't it? Right.
Should have 21 people in here. Not 15.
I know.
Excellent, looks like we're getting there.
Ah,
Okay, Grace, if you can just follow along with us then, or you might even want to open a new tab on your laptop and just swap between them. I know it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing.
sorry. Wow, I'm lagging.
Okay guys, we're going to make a start. If you're not currently on, you can still join with the game pin. It's in the chat and it'll be on screen this whole while. And we'll see how we get on. Even if you're just
Nice.
listening here, it's still going to be really useful for you. So, we're looking at growth in animals. Ready for the first question? First question is this. Growth is best described as what? Is it an increase in size, an increase in mass, an increase in height, or an increase in cell number? Increase in size, an increase in mass, an increase in height, or an increase in cell number? Excellent. We said that it's the number of cells getting more and more, so you make more and more cells, that's what causes growth. The rest are all ways of measuring growth. Off to a good start there. Uncontrolled cell division is the definition for what? This is something from your last lesson. Is it growth, cancer, mitosis, or asexual reproduction? Uncontrolled cell division. So if your cells are just making more and more and more and more and more and not stopping, what's that? What's called? What do we call that? So mitosis is the name for when we're making more cells. So this idea of mitosis is making more cells. Well, this is it's a controlled process, and what I mean by that is they don't do it forever and ever and ever. They do it as much as they need to. If we have cells that are making copies of themselves and are not stopping, and we call that cancer. So have a look at the next question and think about this one. Cancerous tumour is a mass of abnormal cells. It's caused by uncontrolled cell division. It can invade and destroy healthy tissue.
Oh,
It can
no
be caused
way.
by a gene mutation. It's actually all of the above. These cells are abnormal because they're unspecialized, they don't have a job.
Oh,
And it's
no way.
uncontrolled cell division, they keep making more and more and more. They invade and they destroy healthy tissue, and it can be caused by gene mutation as well as some other things. No change on the leaderboard there. James Farrell, not a single question wrong, good job. What is used by healthcare professionals to monitor a baby's growth? Is it nappy size, development charts, size charts, or percentile charts? It is percentile charts. Well done, guys. Sometimes they're called percentile growth curves as well. Big changes on the leaderboard there. May, well done. Maya, well done. Joe, James, excellent. If a baby is on the 75th percentile for mass, what does this mean? Does it mean that 75% of babies weigh less than this baby? 25% of babies weigh less than this baby?
Stay there, Chef, please. I want to do
25%
something
weigh
mad
more than this baby?
on a style.
25% of babies weigh more than this baby.
Ah, yeah.
Could have had either here. We could say that 75% of babies weigh less, or this is another way of saying the same thing. We'd say that 25% of babies weigh more. Excellent work, guys. Really impressed. Big changes on the leaderboard. It's looking like a close one, this. Question number 6. what is a specialised cell? Is it a cell with a certain job to do, for example a red blood cell, or is it just any cell?
Michael, who's coming to as well?
You're just going to have to do your best, Gracie. Sometimes technology is not great. I'll slow down a little bit. Just give you a bit of time to catch up. Okay, so a specialised cell is a cell with a certain job to do. Gabriel up for 4th place, good job. No change on the leaderboard though. Ella's still holding down our 1st place. What kind of specialised cell is this? Is it a red blood cell, a nerve cell, a muscle cell, or a sperm cell?
No.
Excellent. Really good job. What kind of specialised cell is this? Is it a red blood cell, a nerve cell, a muscle cell, or a sperm cell? Clue here would be that it's a very long cell. You might recognise that from your notes. It is a nerve cell. Kind of looks a little similar to a muscle cell sometimes, but we can tell it's a nerve cell just because it's so long. Good work. A few questions left. What is the function of this specialised cell? What is the function of this cell? It has a tail so it can swim, to carry genetic information to an egg cell, chemicals in the head section so that it can enter the egg cell, or to carry nerve impulses through the body. What is its function?
Sir,
Yes, Hallie?
it's kicked me off the game.
Okay, if you just want to rejoin, you can use the game pin. Okay. Careful with this one, and this is a bit of a tricky question.
Oh,
This word
nice.
function, this word here, function, means the job. This yellow anchor here is what we call an
Get out now, you little ginger.
So the job of the sperm cell, the function of the sperm cell, is to carry genetic information
No, nice, that little ginger
to
rat.
the egg cell. That it has chemicals in the head section which are an adaptation that helps it to do its job.
Said it.
Hey, which of these cells are haploid? Just look at the last lesson, seeing what you remembered. Is it a nerve cell, a sperm cell, an egg cell, or a red blood cell? Which of these cells are haploid?
Oh no, this is recesses.
Next three questions are looking at the work you did last lesson. So we say sperm cells and egg cells. All of the sex cells are haploid cells.
Go on. Oh,
I'll tell you what, this work
that would have been
is-
sick, that.
We'll look at this in the next question. What are some related? Well done, Kieran. Well done, Lily, moving up. Well done, Josh. What does diploid mean? Does it mean they've got two sets of chromosomes,
Oh.
one set of chromosomes, four sets of chromosomes, or half a set of chromosomes? There's the clue on the screen here. Yeah, we-
Oh, shut that crying kid up.
Like D means double and H means or half means half. Haploid cells are our sex cells. We've got egg cells and sperm cells, and they contain half the number of chromosomes. So
Oh my god, that kid.
Developing baby. All of our other cells have two full sets of chromosomes. We call them diploid. We call them sperm cell haploid cells with one set of chromosomes.
Nathan, shut your mouth.
Diploid cells has two sets of chromosomes. Josh, well done in first place there. Joe in second place. Last question now, so everything to play for. Mitosis produces what? 4 genetically identical haploid cells, 2 genetically identical diploid cells, 2 genetically identical haploid cells,
Oh, nice.
or 4 genetically identical diploid cells. Tough question. So it produces 2 genetically identical diploid cells. Let's just go over that quickly here. So here's my cell, and I've got 2 sets of chromosomes. I've got these white ones here, and I've got these green ones. And the cell goes into this process where it splits itself in 2 until eventually we have 2 cells. And both of those cells have 2 sets of chromosomes. We've got the white one and the green one. And if you look carefully, you notice these cells on the end here are exactly the same as this cell here. And this is what's called mitosis. It's a type of cell division, and a cell makes a perfect copy of itself, an identical copy. There's just a bit of recap there on what you did last lesson, this process of mitosis. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard and see how we did. In third place we have Lily. Excellent work, Lily. In second place we have Ella. Well done, Ella. And in first place we have Maya. Well done, Maya. Very impressed. Fourth place we have May. Fifth place we have Josh. Excellent work, guys.
Oh, splash.
Okay, I will put up this Kahoot on the Google Classroom if you want to replay it. Well done. I'm really impressed with how well you've worked this lesson. I can see some people have made some excellent notes. I think you've done really good work in the Kahoot there. I will stay on this call for a bit if you have any questions. Okay. Otherwise, you have a Google form to do to complete on today's lesson, and I'll see you all later. I'll see you all tomorrow morning.
I don't know.
Is he nice, Josh, or is he annoying? Josh.
Mhm.
Nice.
I've got something back in a second, I'm bored. Alright, see you in a bit then. Bye, money. I'm gonna add you.
He's nice, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.